So the 12th of November wasn't a particularly exciting day. I mean, I still commuted on the train, and one of the frustrations is the train seems to be crowded. Now, I don't drink coffee in the morning. I just showed you my Diet Coke, and that's what I was doing on the subway. I was drinking my Diet Coke, and I got to work, and the day went by pretty quickly. Among other things, close to where I work is the World Financial Center, and there's this great winter garden atrium that has palm trees in it, and now it has expensive stores. So I was wandering around there, and I ended up going actually to Rite Aid, which is now going to be acquired by Waldbaum. And so one of my concerns is in New York City, Waldbaum took Duane Reade, and now I might buy Rite Aid, and so then we might not have any competition except for CVS. And what did I do there? I bought some deodorant, and what I like about Rite Aid is they'll always have these deals with these little yellow tags that say 2 for something for $5. Well, the day goes by, I go home, and one of the beautiful things downtown now is the Freedom Tower. It's all lit up at night, and now we're in the winter. You get to see this sort of bright building. I don't know how they do it. They must have a lot of LED lights in that Freedom Tower. But it's really beautiful, and you can see that bird-like structure that's going to be part of the new facility. There's fountains. The whole area has become sort of, nicer. And I made this little drawing on the subway using the paper app and checking out the purchases of the day. The 2-for-1 deodorant sticks for $5, and I was happy I brought my umbrella because it is raining outside. Now, one of the cool buildings in Midtown is the Lipstick Building, and here I am passing it. It's called the Lipstick Building because it looks like a lipstick, but it's also the home to one of the most notorious crimes ever, that by Bernie Madoff. Well, I was back over on the tram to Roosevelt Island because, I was going to take over the kids there to do some training in tennis. And when the training in tennis happens, I like to pitch in to save some time. By the way, check out how beautiful the Manhattan skyline is right there. Anyways, while the kids are training, I'm picking up the balls, and I find it's a good activity. It's good exercise to pick up the balls because you have to run around the court with this basket and a hopper. So you get an arm workout, and you also get, you're moving around with your feet. Some people don't like to pick up tennis balls, but, to me, it's a good exercise because you're lifting this stuff and you're getting exercise. So later on, took the tramway back. Now at night, the tramway back to Manhattan is actually quite beautiful. And you can see here we're moving, and you can see the Queensboro Bridge. There is looking back towards Queens, and and that's looking south on the East River. And there's the guy who operates the tram. And really, it's pretty spectacular. If you've never been to New York, it's the equivalent of a subway ride, but you have to pay to go back the other way. So you should, I see a lot of tourists on the tram to Roosevelt Island, and I think they're kind of blown away by the height and the views you have of New York City. So I highly recommend it, and I've been taking it for a long time, and I still find it to be a quite breathtaking sight when I go over and back to Manhattan on it. And on a rainy day with the lights of that's 2nd Avenue. It's very beautiful. And then I sort of rounded out the day by watching the Thursday night game, the Jets and Buffalo. I didn't know who to root for. Neither of those teams are my team. And in the end, I think Buffalo beat the Jets. And then finally, I was surprised to find out my favorite app one of my favorite apps on the iOS is now on the Mac, PDF Expert. It's a great PDF editing and managing tool, and I'll probably do a review of it, but it's finally come to the Mac, which means that you'll be able to have it on all Apple platforms, and it's a great utility. Anyways, I think that's the end of the blog, or the vlog.